Hey guys, Offroad MudMowers. Today we're going to be doing a bone tool. Enjoy! So first thing is this zero-tone Toro. I think it has a 42-inch deck. I'm just doing a little bit of work with the tires. I've got brand new tires here. I'm rebuilding the deck, and we'll be putting on the 17.5 horse. Now a second thing you guys might have seen is this 1976 Cushman Scotsman golf cart I have. Currently I am replacing these, which there's two there, two here, and two right about back there, and these are just the rubber vibration mounts, because you can see this thing moves a little bit. I've had this thing for about 2 years or a year-ish. It's even got the little canopy on it. It's in really nice condition. This is not the original paint, but sometime I might take it all apart and repaint it. It's been a little bit hacked up, like here. That's a terrible weld, but it's pretty cool. It's got an 8-horse Briggs with a starter generator, which I really love those things. It's also got the CTV drive here, which helps with the little 8-horse Briggs. It's got the big drum here, and I'm actually re-padding the brakes on it because there was pretty much nothing on it. So let's go ahead and take some look at some more stuff. So first off, in here we've got this 25 horsepower 44 cubic inch Briggs V-twin. I've been doing some work to it. As you can see, I got the shrouds painted gloss black. It looks pretty good. I'll probably have some videos out hopefully this week. I'll probably be welding the differential on the 633A, which is right there. I've got it all cleaned up. Just gotta split the case. This is my new storage system for transmissions, and that's for engines. Peerless 206, 206, 930, some 800s, another 206, some MTD, just a little go-kart axle back there, 820, some hydros. I think those are K41s, I think. Those are tough torques, and then we've got the smallest hydro gears. That's a peerless. Just some broken up transmissions that don't really work. And that's a big hydro gear out of a GT6000. And that thing's pretty big, so if you guys think that hydros are really weak and they break and they blow up, that's bigger than a 633A, just telling you. I've got some seats back here. Got some engines. This is a Wisconsin Robin engine, a little 5-horse Briggs, practically like new. 8-horse, just a Pulse 5-horse. This one has 2 shafts, or PTO shafts. One's off the crank and one's off the camshaft, and then we've got another little Briggs back there. Doesn't have very good pulse on it. I think that's it. 5-horse, just a little push mower engine. I might fix that thing up sometime. We've got the 2-cylinder, I'd call it waterproof engine. I haven't really done much information searching on that yet. I don't think you guys have seen these tires yet, but these are my Ken Executioners. And I've got the rims powder coated black here. I also got them sandblasted before I did that. And they look really good when they're in daylight. I've also got 2 633As hiding back there. So up here now, got some 12 horses, overhead valve, 12 horse, overhead valve, a Kohler Courage, piece of crap V-twin, Kohler Command. There we go, that's a good engine. Kohler, what are these, Commands, I think? 3 of those little things. That's a 20, or that's a 44 cubic inch V-twin. That's a 40. I believe I have one 46 cubic inch, and the rest are all 42s. Just a cool little command, I think. Got two opposed twins there. Got another opposed twin, little flathead. One of these two are the 46, and one of them's a 42. Some more opposed twins. I think the only one that doesn't run is that one. It kind of runs. I think it's probably got like a burnt valve or something. And this one, it wasn't really running very well, so I took it off of. It's actually the original engine off of this guy. I blew up the transaxle, and then a couple of days later I switched the engine out because I think that one was leaking too much and it wasn't really seeming to run right. By the way, this thing's doing really well. I've broken the fenders here a couple of times, if you can see that weld. So once these fenders like totally break off, I'm gonna have to redesign something. I've been leveling the side exhaust here. Just got some drifting tires on it for now. And that's about it on that thing. Walk over here. That's the grass cuddle. Here's the Onan 20 horse. Big GT 6000. This thing's pretty sweet. It's got the snowblower on it. And some V-treads in the back. Yeah, I think that thing runs as is. Just gonna look over here now. We've got the Honda 4518. I'll go ahead and pop the hood open really quick. And soon I will be restoring this thing. Well, taking the hood and fenders and pan off and just getting them sandblasted and then painting them. There we go. You can see I've kind of cleaned this up a little bit. Still haven't done the whole thing. Go ahead and start it up really quick. I also got these armrests on here off of Craftsman. Those are pretty cool. Runs like a champ. Look at that thing just pouring. Oh yeah. This thing is sweet. Okay, we've got the Sears water turtle. I could put a little pedal on because that 8 horse down there was pretty much done. It had sand in the cylinder. The cylinder was all like decayed or like corroded. It drives and everything. I just gotta put the little shield back on there. Got a little enduro, tropos with a post out. That's pretty cool. I'll bring you guys over to the posts. Got some big carburetors up there, some muffler parts, and then just a bunch of pipes, mufflers, and then mufflers, some axles. I've also got some shields over here, shrouds, some 12 horses, little 5 horses, some opposed twins. Gas tanks are at the bottom row. We've got some. I usually just keep Briggs parts. Sometimes I'll keep some Kohler parts. Radiator off of a 14 horse Kawasaki V-twin. Some heads, shrouds and stuff. Got a lot of stuff in here, like some cams, coils, key switches. Pilo 700. I've had that for about a year now. Just a bunch of sorted brake rods and tie rods and all of that. Some steering wheels, some idlers off the Honda, and a couple more things. I've got 2 of these electric deck raising lifts, some hubs, headlight stuff. Not much has changed there. I've got the green machine here with the winch. This is my first lawn tractor, and since then I've repainted it probably about 4 years ago. Put this little rack back on it. I made this before I even painted it, so that's pretty cool to have it back on. Underneath the hood we've got a Briggs 21 horse V-twin. That thing runs really nice. I'm also going to be pulley swapping this soon, so I'll have a video out on that. Down here I've got a 6.5 horsepower Honda GX200. I got that in a big deal, and it's pretty much brand new. As you can see, it shines really nice, and it runs really nice too. Just a bunch of pulleys and stuff, more pulleys and some bigger bolts. SS14, I think it's a 71, the 59 David Bradley. I got that out a couple days ago. It started like on the 5th pole, really nice. Oops. But that thing runs really nice. I've got to change this axle here because it's leaking and the brakes doesn't really work well. Got some more seats hiding in there, just a John Deere seat and a pan seat. Got the fold here with a 31 cubic inch overhead valve Briggs. I know that thing runs really nice. I haven't had it out for about, I'd say, 4 months maybe. Got the wheelio here. This thing's been running pretty good. Last time I had it out was probably 2 months ago. Might have a video on it shortly. A 3-point hitch. This is a 36 inch, which I believe is their biggest model. It came with a big 8 horse, but it needs some help, so I just threw on this rebuilt 5 horse Tecumseh. The DYT 4000. Probably one of my best off-road tractors, besides that guy way over there. This is probably my second best. It's just so well built. It's really nice. 8 horse Briggs I just rebuilt probably 2 years ago. No, it was 1 year ago. I took the hydro out because we needed it for something else. I need to put it back in here and get this thing going again. Just a little LT2000 with an MST206 and a 17 horse overhead valve. Just plan on getting a motor deck back on it and selling it. Kubota T1400. It's got little, let me set the light down here. It's got just a little Kubota 14 horse motor. Can't really see it too well, but it's quite a big motor. It's overhead valve. I got this thing probably 2 years ago. It's even got little hubcaps on it. Toro Wheelie horse, or wheel horse. It's got a 20 horse coil in it, V-twin command. I have not done pretty much anything with this thing for about half a year. It's just been sitting. I'm not making it a tractor pulley anymore. I'll probably just keep it. I won't sell it because I like having this thing. It's pretty useful. This is one of my tractor pullers. It's just a GT6000 with an opposed twin, and I'd like to plan on welding a differential on it sometime. This little guy here I got for free, also with that first engine right down here, this big 5 horse. I got that on another world tiller with it. Oops. And it just needs a new carb. It runs on starting fluid, but that's because the carburetor on it is pretty much junk. One thing I wanted to show you guys was this Sears nose cone. Yeah, doesn't that look nice? Broken dashboard. Yeah, you can see it's cracked pretty good. This was for my Suburban SD16 back there. I'll show you guys. And apparently the frame fell on it and cracked it because it just wasn't really sitting in a good spot. Somebody tried to move something and it fell on it. So unfortunately I had to buy this dashboard. It's all beaten up, but hopefully the bonder will take care of all of this. I'm really unhappy about breaking that dashboard because that thing was nice. Didn't have no cracks or anything. It just got done being painted too. I've just been doing some eBay shopping. I bought this one off eBay for 25 bucks I think, and I do think it has a thing on it. I just took it off because I was repairing it or something. Back onto this nose cone here for a Sears Suburban. It has just been repaired by us, and as you can see, it's got some metal tabs here that don't have any holes through in it because I don't know where it's supposed to go. And the hole on the side of it has been bonded. And there's a steel frame that runs all the way up to the very top on each side. So if you want your Sears nose cone, literally, that part doesn't have vinyl in it, or really high, I think it's bolt sealer for cement, but this is solid in here. I'd say you repair one of those in about an hour. That was a really nice fix, and then some vinyl just took care of the little cracks it had. I cannot wait to get that thing on the Suburban back here. Here's a SS16, I believe it's a 76 or 7. I'm going to need to buy a carb rebuild kit for it because it's flooding. And yes, I do have a brass float in it. I bought that before I even started tinkering with it because I didn't want that to go bad. 48-inch mow deck. I've kind of just painted up with some rattle cans. Little Tecumseh engine, not even going to worry about it. 42-inch Sears deck, I was trying to repaint sometime. Might get around to doing that. It's kind of beat up a little bit, so new racing mower. Just kidding. It's just the hood and the fenders for the build off. Here's the mud bus, as you guys may see it. I actually put those executioners on this thing, and wow, those things are really nice. And then I put the retreads back on it. Yeah, this thing runs pretty nice. $100 ST16. I had this thing about a year ago. I've done a lot of work to it. I think it's going to need, I don't remember, but it needs a front tire, that's what. Because you throw it up and it goes flat about 5 minutes. I believe it runs, it's just going to need some help sometime. Everything else on it works pretty nice. We've got the GT18 with the hydraulic dozer blade I made. 48 inch. Pretty sure it's a 48 inch. Big old Onan BM48F, I think. I don't know. But it runs pretty nice. I also milled out these little plates here. I've got each kind. I think there were 3 of them, so I've got all of them. Might get around to milling some more out and selling them because that's pretty much the exact same replica of a normal one. You could probably do some flat black paint on it or spice it up and do some kind of little spiral on it with a drill bit or something. I put this Maury seat on it because I didn't really like the original seat on it, but other than that, it's been working really well. Go ahead and shut off the light here. I've also got these LEDs in it. These are just, I think, 20 bucks. I don't remember where I got them from, but they're pretty cool. They're just LEDs. So, I also got the little amp gauge or the volt gauge. The racer. Yeah, I built this thing about a year ago. I kind of welded up this thing. Yeah, it's not pretty. You cannot really weld less than 1/8 inch steel with a stick welder. I also welded up this little T-handle here. Looks pretty nice. I might clear coat it, but you can see I've also got it offset just the tiniest bit. There's a little bit less room on this side than there is on that side. I've also override the governor now. Go ahead and pull it out here really quick. So the gas pedal now just goes directly to the curb. So do this. Kind of hard to do one-handed. And then see the cable coming up right about here. It just goes straight to the governor. And they even have a little hole drilled for one of those little things. So no playing around. That takes like 5 minutes to do. So go ahead and do that if you want to get 4,300 RPMs out of your Biggs V-twin. I do not recommend holding it down for more than 10 seconds though, because you're just weakening the flywheel. But if you just want to get some more power for a couple of seconds, go ahead and do that. This is the 73 ST16 I'm restoring, which that nose cone is for. You can see this thing's looking pretty, but it's also got some dust on it. Focus. But I'll probably start working on this thing this summer, hopefully. Got the whole frame assembled. This is what the dashboard was for. Junk spicer. We got 3 overhead valves. I think that's about it for inside of here. There's a hood for it. Just got a go-kart back there. Well, pedal engine on it. And we've got the lawn chair, which I haven't really done much playing around with, except for moving the seat back about a good 6 inches, because I've been getting a little bit taller, so I've got to be able to fit on this thing. But it's been pretty fun to drive around. I built this thing about 2 years ago with my stick welder. There's a little belt set up on it. All there is a snapper rear end. It's an RER rear end and bridle snapper. And because this thing used to go on a little plate, used to be an engine plate here, and a little disc, and this thing would just slide to change your speed. When you move this level here, you take it off. That's how the belt tightens. You could also, if you don't have a rear end like this, you could just have a little tensional pulley right here. Just push on the belt. It's got a battery in the back for the light. It's got a little switch right there. So now I'm going to head outside. I'll show you what I got out there. So I've got some new projects out here. I will start off with this 2700 Toro, or 270, I think is, because it's literally the exact same as mine, just with a tough torque rear end instead of a hydro gear. This is a K61, I believe, which is very valuable transmission. I'm going to be selling that for around $250-ish once I clean it up and such and test that it works. Mine does not have this little guy here, but these tough torques do. Mine just has a big breather. Doesn't actually have this oil reservoir. I'm probably gonna get that coiler running and then take it off. This thing here, just a little LT1000 or Craftsman 2. 5-speed spicer and a little Trofos Biggs. Probably runs, but as you guys can see from that, it burnt up a little bit, I guess. I think what's happening is all of this oil leaked from that not being flush with the seal and somehow caught on fire somewhere. You can see that's the wire, there's no coating on it now. But I'll probably just do some stuff on it and get it running. It is the better kind of carbs instead of the one piece, so that's nice. If anything, it could be a good pulse engine, but I don't think it's going to be that. A little John Deere with a 800 or 801 PLS. Seems to shift pretty good, just coil command. I believe it's blown up. Yeah, I don't remember on this one. We'll go over here. It's got a Murray hood. Noma with a 14 horse coiler. And it had a PLS 930. Just a little John Deere. I had that V-twin on. The lifted Craftsman. This thing's pretty cool. I've not really done a full video on this thing, but I've had it for, my dad built it about a year and a half ago. 19 horsepower post twin. You can see it's lifted a good 6 inches. It's got this John Deere Scott's front axle on it, which really helps with the lift. And just a little bit of modding to get this articulation point a tiny bit lower. And on the back, just some 1.5 inch box tubing. And a lot of reinforcement. So you've got some reinforcement going up here. And there's some reinforcement up there for the front axle. This thing's also quite tippy. We're going to look at the other side. Yeah, it's going to need some things that stop it from articulating this much. It's like we're leaking some oil from somewhere. But that's probably why you shouldn't tip it that much. A little Scott / John Deere Hydro, it looks like. Yep. I probably don't have any plans for it. It's missing an engine, I believe. There's no engine in there. Good seat. The Bowden's Husky. I've done some videos on this thing. Yeah, I just have really not found the use for it, I guess. Have to put a seat on it sometime. But if you guys have any like suggestions what I should use it for, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. It's got a locking differential right here. And it's hydro. Just push this little guy. It's also got a little hydraulic ram here, so I could use something that moves about 6 inches. The Cump's, what do they call those? OH160s overhead valve. Some mower decks. Big plow from an Ariens DT18. You can see it's missing the engine. I'd assume it's a Briggs Kohler or Onan 18 horse opposed twin. Quite a big tractor. It's definitely a Garden tractor, as you can see. It's got a big cast iron front axle, 8-inch rims. Those look pretty bad. See, it had a front PTO right there, probably full. I'd suggest they went back to like a mower deck. You can see it's got a little owl meter on here, which I believe it's got about 590 hours. Steering's a little squeaky, but it's got a really nice steering setup. Too bad it's got so much play, because this has got a worm gear in it, which is really nice. If you hit a big rock, it can't turn the steering wheel from you. One other thing is its drive shaft. Can't really see, but the drive shaft is missing. Let me try to pop open this guy here. Oops. Anyway, that was gonna fly off. There's where the drive shaft went on. There's just a little coupling right there. Oh, wow, look at that oil filter down there. There's a big rusty oil filter. Do we not tell? Okay, I won't tell from there. So you can see right here, that's the hydraulic pump from about there to here. And then the rest of that, yeah, is a big hydro. There's the oil filter right up there. But that is a real hydro. Steel, that's actually rubber lines. This is probably where the drive motor is inside of there. This is a real Garden tractor. It's got little shifting for the hydro. It's also got up and down for the 3-point hitch. It's got a real PTO, which I assume is just hydraulically powered, because there's no way on a drive shaft for the hydraulic pump. I mean, I guess you could. Nice thing, it's got real disc brakes. Ow, stuck on something. But you can see it's got a disc brake here. There's the caliper and there's the pads. It looks just like it doesn't have much of hydraulic brakes, it's just more manual. It's got one on each side, I believe. Might try to rescue these off here, or do you think I should get this big guy driving again? It's gonna be a lot of work if I wanted to. There's a little PTO. But yeah, this hydro inside this thing is insane. It's literally the whole back fenders. Go ahead and go over on this side. It's missing a wheel. There's that little disc brake back in there. So those disc brakes are pretty cool, I think. Here's the roll tiller. Weighs about 100 pounds. It's quite a heavy little thing. It doesn't have a little direct PTO. It has some kind of belt system. They shouldn't have used belts because it's probably going to slip and wear out. They should have just gone direct. A little, just the same as that thing over there, just a little Noma 14 horse overhead valve. Hydro, so, oh, it's actually a 6-speed, I didn't know that. So it must have a 206. Yeah, I think that's a 206. Let me check on the back. Oh, it's a 930 or 920. So, probably a useful transaxle. Guess it's pretty hot. And I think last but not least is the little hydro mower in duo. It's a little hydro pedal heel. Not gonna be selling this thing because it doesn't really have much to sell. Just some lawn sweeper stuff. Big Toro trailer, which is pretty cool. It's a little beat up, but be a little good show coat if you wanted. Little electric start, because some people are too lazy to pull a whole start. There's a little electric starter right in there. That tiny little motor. It's a tiny thing. This 6x4 doesn't have an engine. It got donated to something that we sold. But this is where one of my hydros went, because one of them was junk, so we had to put a new one in that's locked, because both have to be locked. I'd like to rescue this thing in the future, get it driving, maybe do some more tractor pulls with it. If you guys haven't seen this thing, I'll go ahead and pop off this rack here. There's usually batteries in there, but I'll go do that really quick. There's a little frame here underneath that wooden thing for 4 deep cell batteries. Things weigh about 400 or 100 a piece, so 400 pounds. It's a lot. Some wheelie balls and a tow hitch. It's a little bit loose, that's not good. But it's just got 2. These transmissions you'd find in a DYT 4000 or some of the smaller LT 1000s. And what's really cool about this is I see most people just hooking up a extra pulley up here, one in the back. You're gonna have a little bit of belt slippage there, so what we've done here, it's got a second belt. This little idler goes there. There's also a little idler up here. And what this does is it guides it around the second or the fourth transmission belt. And they come in here. You can see there's 2 idlers, 2 clutch pulleys, and on the engine there's 2 engine pulleys. So there's a big 140-ish inch belt that runs around here. Kind of takes the 2 around the fourth transmission pole and comes up here. And just a standard second one. So it's a pretty cool project. I'd like to see this thing driving again. If you want to see it driving, go ahead and post it in the comments below. GT 6000 Hydro, yes. I got this thing for free. Mice have been into it a little bit. See, that's the coil wire. The starter's done on it. But it could be made to run and sell it with all new parts on the engine. This also came with this here Craftsman 42-inch. I take it. Pretty much brand new dozer blade or snow blade. I think it's a snow blade because it's got the 2 springs there. It's got up and down. I don't know what that one does. That probably like goes up and then tilts it back a little bit. So gonna probably take those parts off and that off and just stick it on a GT 6000 with a 633A. Yeah, we'll probably get this thing running in a little bit. Here, it's got some little parts, some Craftsman fenders and hoods, Maury hood, and we got the all-terrain lawn tractor form built off project. Just sitting back here, waiting to get some attention. The plan is always just to take out whole front axle and start from there and build up from the solid axle suspension. So I'd like to get this thing started this summer, or else I won't have enough time. That's a lot of parts back here. Some more engines, coil cordage, some tires, and some more parts. That's the dashboard for the thing right over there. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video of MudMowers. Just a little bone tool because I haven't really had one in about a couple months now. And it's Washington weather, so once you grab the camera, it starts raining. If you don't have a camera in your hand, it's not raining. But hope you guys enjoyed my video. I'll be definitely posting some more videos out because it's summer, and hopefully it's not going to be raining all summer. But I'll have a lot more updates and projects. and working on the all-terrain lawn tractor form build-off. So, stay tuned for more.